He says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. Once the sheep have satisfied their hunger and renewed their strength in the green pastures, they need something to drink. And so the shepherd leads them beside still waters. And just as the pastures must be green, Mom McFarland's, the water must be still water. When thirsty sheep wade into running waters, they're susceptible of their coats of wool getting wet. Sheep aren't the most nimble of animals in the first place. And if their wool gets too wet, it can drag them down, hinder them. It can cause them to lose balance in the running water. And if a sheep gets off of its feet in running water, it's likely to die from drowning. So the good shepherd knows how to dam the brook and transform the rushing water into a quiet stream so that the sheep can safely drink. This is how the Lord watches over our physical needs. He makes us lie down in green pastures, and he leads us beside still waters. The Lord watches over our physical needs, and often we're not even aware that he's doing this. We just think that when the pink slip came, and I actually, after 6 months of unemployment, I've actually gained weight. That's the Lord letting you lie down in green pastures and still not missing meals because your shepherd is taking care. I thought that the shepherd took care of me based on the way I realized that I work. And then the man pays me on every other Friday. And then I take that over to Kroger's after I've cashed my check. And if I got some money on my debit card, I run that through and I get me some ham hock and some greens. That's one way. But if we're honest with ourselves, there hadn't always been money on the debit card. There hadn't always been a job to go to. And the shepherd still made ways for you to lie down in green pastures and drink in some still water. You be quiet on me if you want to. I know I'm not the only one that's been through that. The Lord watches over our physical needs, but the Lord also watches over our spiritual needs. But he leads them in paths of righteousness. But I can do one better than that. He not only leads them, but he leads them in paths of righteousness, and he leads them in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. In his book, A Shepherd Looks at Psalm 23, W. Philip Keller tells how shepherds would raise sheep for their wool. He would then, the shepherd, lead the sheep to the market to sell their coats. But the shepherd would carefully choose the path to the market. If he showed up with wounded or maimed sheep, he would hurt his profitability. So he would lead his sheep in straight paths to the marketplace. I wish I had somebody, but at some point, the merchants would no longer examine the sheep. They would just accept the sheep on the reputation of the shepherd. They would accept the sheep just on the namesake of the shepherd. Family, this is how the Lord leads in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. We are righteous not because of our name's sake, but because of his name's sake. There's no righteousness in our blood, but in the shed blood of Jesus, there's righteousness that has the ability to save and to keep us saved. His reputation is at stake. His word is on the line. The wife of the great physicist Albert Einstein was once asked if she understood her husband's theory on relativity. She says, "No, I don't. But I know my husband, and if he says it's true, you can trust him." I don't know anything about our health care benefits, When I get my health benefit open enrollment packet from work, she's been working 25 years in human resources. Half of that was in benefits analysis. Now it's in compensation analysis. She got it. And I trust her word that the coverage we got, when I need to get to where I need to go, that it'll be there and she's got it covered. Her name is, for her name's sake, I know my health and dental and vision is all right. And it also helps that her benefits at her job is better than at my job. Praise the Lord.